All right, so I wake up in the morning and I go out to that same table, that dining room table, and I'm just sitting there and my phone all of a sudden start blowing up. My phone ringing, I'm getting text messages, everything is just coming through my phone. And guess who it is? It's her. It's the one I cared about. Calling my phone, blowing me up, texting me, talking about, hey, no, I was really asleep. This or that, blah, blah, blah. I swear I was asleep. No, please. Please, like, don't. I'm coming over right now. I hadn't talked to her not one time. I didn't reply to no text messages, no nothing. So I told myself I wasn't going to say anything. I wasn't going to respond. I walked over to my patio door and I just did this long stare out the patio window. And as I'm looking out the patio window, I look down. I see her pull up in my parking lot. Yeah. She pulled up in my parking lot and I see her run to my building. And I'm like, it don't matter. You can't get in anyway. Oh, she got in. Next thing I know, she beating on my door. Everything in me wanted to be petty and be like, no, you ain't answering your door, so I ain't saying nothing. I ain't answering my door so you can see how it feels. But I gave in because she was that one, y'all. I gave in. I ended up answering the door and I let her come in, right? So the whole time she talking, I'm thinking everything cool. You know, like we done made up a little bit. And she told me this whole elaborate story about how she fell asleep and she slept in the upstairs of the house. Like it was a room, like an attic type space in the house upstairs. And she said, I went to sleep up there, so I didn't hear you knocking at the door if you were at the door. And my phone, it was on silent, so that's why I didn't hear it. Gave me this whole elaborate story. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I hear it all, right? So let me tell you how life works out. So I found myself, you know, trying to believe that story. But the man upstairs said, hey, brother, I got something else that I need to show you. So long story short, she leave, you know, because she had on like pajamas or whatever, and she left. Said, I'm about to go home and change my clothes, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, okay. Man, when I tell y'all, same day, my phone started ringing and it was a number that I didn't have a clue. I'm like, who is this calling my phone? It was a random number that kept calling. It was a Cleveland number. And I'm like, man, who is this that keep calling my phone? So eventually I was like, you know what? I'm going to answer the phone if they call back one more time. So the person, whoever it was, they didn't call back. So they didn't call me back. And so I was sitting there and I'm like, damn, who was that calling my phone? Because they just kept calling back to back. So eventually I was like, you know, just sitting there at the house still, because I was still kind of like on edge, because I'm like, man, no, I didn't believe what she was telling me. So it's crazy how life worked, right? My phone rang again. I didn't answer it. I told you I was, but I didn't. And immediately after that last phone call came through, I get a text message that come through my phone. And it was some random person talking crazy, like, hey, you know, don't believe what your girl said, bruh. I'm her ex. I was in prison. I just got out. And I was there last night. And I was there this morning. I was there last night when you was at the door knocking on the door. I'm like, oh. This is some dude was texting my phone talking about, and then he started talking crazy to me, crybaby boy, you know, you lost her, she back with me now, you know. I'm like, he was talking crazy through the text messages, and he kept just saying everything, like everything he was saying in the text messages. I was like, he gotta be telling the truth, because everything that he was saying to me was everything that I was saying in the text messages. Oh man, I was so destroyed, y'all. I was at home like, and she had just left that morning after she came over and explained to me this whole elaborate story about what was going on. Dude, they called my phone. and said all this stuff to me. He texted me first. He was calling, then I didn't answer, and then he started texting my phone saying all this crazy stuff, man. And I'm like, I don't even know this dude, but everything he said, he don't even know. But if he watching this video now, boy, it destroyed me. I was at home like, oh, my heart, oh, and all of this go. But think about what I said in the beginning of this story. The day before all this happened, where was I? I was at an event with the other girl. The crazy, right? Delusional, like thinking that that girl on the other end was supposed to be loyal to me, and I wasn't even loyal to her. Ain't that crazy? But ain't it crazy how my brain was thinking back then? Like, she just the chill piece. But this is the one that I could see my future with. And I thought that she was just supposed to be for me and me only. Yeah, life got me back immediately. Immediately. I ain't even gonna tell y'all everything that happened after dude called my phone, because I don't even think that was important. The important part is I was a delusional young man thinking that I was gonna have my cake and I was gonna eat it too. And it came back to destroy me. Because like I told y'all, they knew about each other. They kind of knew a little bit about what was going on both ends. But I guess in my mind, they was going to be all right, and they was going to just do right by me and let me be the only one that had multiple things going on. But I was so hurt, y'all. I was like, Like, and when I told you I was sitting at that dining room table, like just trying to make myself cry the night before, in that moment, I felt like, all right, I can really, like, some tears can come down now, but then no tears came down. But, man, listen, the games we play came back to haunt me immediately. Instant karma. Don't play games, y'all, man. If you ain't with them, if you don't plan on being with them, man, just don't even play the games, man, because it don't feel good when they come back around.